Hey folks, Emeril Lagasse here, and it's another favorite dish with crawfish. We do this a lot at Meril. We're making crawfish beignets. Very simple. Before we get to the beignet batter, I've got green onions, lemon, which we're going to use the zest, crawfish tails, a little bit of sugar, baking powder, baking soda, parsley, flour, milk, and a couple of eggs, and of course, the essence. So let's get the big stuff out of the way first. We're going to chop our green onions. Now we'll get into the good part here. Then what we want to do after that, put them in our bowl here. About 3 green onions does the trick. Now we want to have a little bit of fresh parsley. So we'll just chop that up. Not too fine, but we don't want it so leafy either. Now we'll start with the wet ingredients. 2 eggs. And to that, we will add about 2/3 of a cup of milk. So the wet ingredients go in first. We whisk the eggs. Now, we want the zest of the lemon. Oh yeah. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna begin the dry ingredients. So we start with the flour, baking powder, baking soda, cornstarch, a little bit of sugar, nice pinch of salt. Now we work the batter, really incorporating the dry into the wet. Now we add some essence. That's that BAM stuff. Crawfish tails. I like to add a little bit of Worcestershire, a little bit of hot sauce. Oh yeah, kick it up a little bit. And then now what we do is we incorporate that into the batter. And that's about the consistency and the thickness that you want. Now, I like to use vegetable oil. And first of all, you can see here, you never want to fill it beyond 50% of the way, because when you're frying things on the stovetop like this, it's going to expand. So you don't want to have it up to the tippy top and then it expands and it overflows and then you set your kitchen on fire and now you got to like renovate your entire house. You want to make sure that it's also at the right temperature, about 360 degrees. We're approaching the 360 degree mark, so we will be ready in about 1 minute. So get a nice little scoop like this, and I just go right in the oil. Oh yeah, look at that. See how they start to float? All right, we got beignets working here. Move them around a little bit like donuts so that they get brown evenly. So just think, you know, we're doing crawfish, but these could be crab, these could be smoked salmon, whatever beignet you like, but these are savory beignets. But you see how I'm turning them around so that they're getting golden brown on all sides, not just one side. So to be sure that they're cooked properly, you could always take one out and cool it, and you could always just cut one. Make sure they're not doughy like that. You see in the center how doughy that is? That's not cooked. And you want to take them out. You want to just put them on some paper towel. This is when they're super vulnerable now. So either with salt or with Creole seasoning, this is when they're hot like this is when you want to season them. I have a little Creole Tartar Sauce, and we'll take our beignets. I think that's a beautiful portion. And there you have it, folks. Crawfish beignets. Beautiful. See here, perfectly cooked. You wonder why they've become a favorite at Meril. It's so good.